Woo, long division. This is going to be a lot of work here, guys. Alright, I'm going to do it one step at a time. So the long division, we can tie it back to what we did in middle school. So let's do an example where it's just numbers. So here, we have 256 being divided by 4. Or 4 is dividing 256. Now, let's do it step by step. 4. Does it go into 2? No, it does not. So there's going to be no numbers on the top of the 2. But if we instead of use 2, let's use 25. Can 4 goes into 25? Yes. 4 can go into 25 6 times. So 6 times 4, that's 24. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put in parentheses and subtract. So 25 minus 24, that's just 1. Now I'm bringing down the last number, which is 6. Instead of 1, it's 16. Now, can 4 go into 16? Yes. So 4 go into 16 4 times. So I'll write 4 up here. It's kind of hard to see because of the glare, but that's a 4 right here. So 4 times 4, that's 16. Put in parentheses and subtract. And the remainder is 0. So 256 divided by 4 is 64. Or 4 goes into 256 64 times. So you have to excuse the glare, but let me cover it. There we go. 64. Alright, so this is basically what we're going to do for long division. Now it's going to be a lot of steps. So it's going to be a lot of information. So make sure you listen carefully and write out all the notes. Alright. So we have 2x to the third minus 5x squared minus 7x minus 20 divided by x minus 4. Now, I want to practice with long division. So even though the divisor, the degree of the divisor is 1, we're going to practice with long division. Now, this is how we're going to set it up. X minus 4 is going to be on the outside. 2x to the third minus 5x squared minus 7x minus 20 will be on the inside. So again, x minus 4 is on the outside. This is on the inside. So, what we have to focus on is the first term. So the first term is in the divisor x, and then the first term here is 2x to the third. So what we can do is do a little work to see how it works together. So I'm going to write right here. So 2x to the third divided by x, or I could just say 1. So 2x to the third divided by 1x. Well, we know if we look at the numbers only, 2 divided by 1 is just 2. X to the third divided by x, and if it's just x, it's just x to the power of 1. So x to the third divided by x1, that's just simply x squared. So let's review. 2x to the third divided by 1x1. Again, I got this 1x1 from here. 2x to the third from here. So 2x to the third divided by 1x to the 1 power is 2x squared. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write 2x squared. And I tend to line up the exponents on top of each other. So here, 2x squared, I put it right there. Now what I'm going to do, that 2x squared, I am going to multiply to the whole divisor. So again, 2x squared times the whole divisor. So let's say I write right here, 2x squared times x minus 4. So if I were to multiply that, I'm simply going to distribute to the x and the minus 4. So 2x squared times x, that's just simply 2x to the third. And then 2x squared times minus 4, well, that's just going to be minus 8x squared. So 2x to the third minus 8x squared. So I'm going to write it right here. 2x to the third minus 8x squared. Now I'm going to do the same thing what I did in the long division with numbers. I'm going to put it in parentheses and then put the minus outside. Alright, so we just did that. Now we're going to work it parts by parts. So let's look at this one. A positive 2x to the third with a minus outside, then 2x to the third, so 2x to the third minus 2x to the third, well, that's going to cancel out. So let me write that this cancel out. Alright, now over here we have a negative 5x squared. Now keep in mind, still have this minus out here, and then we have parentheses. So my negative 5x squared minus negative 8x squared. So wait a minute, I have a minus and a negative. A minus and a negative, that's going to make a positive. So basically these two are together. So negative 5x squared, since I have a minus and a negative, that's a plus. So negative 5x squared plus 8x squared. Well, if that's a positive 8x squared, then my leftover is positive 3x squared. And then just like the 6 I did here, I'm going to bring down to minus 7x. So bring down to minus 7x. Alright. Now, again, we're going to focus on that x and the leading term here. So I could do the same thing what I did right here. So I'm going to write, oh, not in red. I'm going to write 3x squared divided by, and I'm using this x, so 1x to the 1 power. So we can, again, just focus on the numbers, the coefficient. 3 divided by 1 is just 3. And then x squared divided by x to the 1 power is just simply x. So I'm going to use this 3x and put it right here. So it's positive, so I'm going to write plus 3x. Alright. Now, again, what I have up here, I'm going to distribute or multiply to the divisor. So I'm going to write right here. So 3x times x minus 4. Again, I got this from the divisor. And I'm going to distribute the 3x to everything over here. So 3x times x, that simply is 3x squared. And then 3x times minus 4, well, that's just minus 12x. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this over here. So 3x squared minus 12x. I'm doing the same thing as long division with numbers. I'm putting in parentheses and subtract. Alright, so let's do it step by step. We have a positive 3x squared and a minus on the outside, so 3x squared minus 3x squared. Well, those two are going to cancel out. And then, let's take a look. We have a negative 7x minus a negative, minus and negative, since they're next to each other basically, they are going to become positive. So this would be a positive 12x. So negative 7x plus 12x. So again, negative 7x plus 12x, that will be 5x. And then I'm going to bring down a minus 20. So minus 20. And then we're going to see x and 5x. So again, I'm just going to underline the leading term. Alright, so basically, we can do 5x divided by, I'm doing that x right there, so 1x. So 5, if we just focus on the coefficient, 5 divided by 1 is just 5. X divided by x is just 1. So 5x divided by 1x is just 5. So I'm going to put plus 5 because it's positive. I'm going to put plus 5 up here. And then if I were to distribute the 5 or multiply it with x minus 4, so 5 times x minus 4, so I'm going to get 5x minus 20. And I'm going to put this over here. So 5x minus 20, put in parentheses and subtract. Alright. So, let's take a look. If we do 5x minus 5x, minus outside of parentheses, so 5x minus 5x, that's going to cancel out. Alright. So let's take a look. We have a negative 20 minus a negative 20. Oh wait, minus and a negative. We have a minus outside of parentheses, and then we have a negative 20 inside. So minus and negative, that's going to make a positive 20. So negative 20 plus 20. So negative 20 plus 20. So negative 20 plus 20, that's just 0. That's our last number or remainder. So we're done. There's no variables and our last number is 0. So basically this is our answer right here. So I'm going to write right here 2x squared plus 3x plus 5. So the answer to 2x to the third minus 5x squared minus 7x minus 20 divided by x minus 4 is 2x squared plus 3x plus 5. So this is our answer. So again, to review, it's a lot of steps. If we just simply follow the same steps we did for long division with numbers only. But again, as long as you follow the steps correctly and do it step by step, it should be fine. Again, long division is just a lot of work, but if done correctly, you will always get the answer. So regardless if it's just x in your divisor or x squared or even x to the third. Because sometimes in your dividend, what you're dividing, you can have a high degree polynomial, like instead of x to the third, it could be x to the fifth or x to the 10th. So again, if you follow these steps correctly and do it step by step, then you should have the right answer. Again, long division, yes, it is a lot of work, but if done correctly and then slowly step by step, you always get your answer. In this case, 2x squared plus 3x plus 5.